to the coffee and virtual coffee in a card with flowering cactus. Now, I might sound normal, but I am not normal. Hence the weird whatchamacallit, the thumbnail. So you get this little picture before the thing goes live, and normally it's a picture of me. But to tell you the honest truth, I did not have the fortitude to even put makeup on this morning. I threw up my back on Friday, right when my other aches and pains were all getting better. I'm telling you, the vicissitudes of life sometimes. However, it's the perfect day to show you this very simple card. So if you've been subscribing to the virtual coffee in a card, you get a package every month that has all the cards in it for the month. And this month, all the cards are with flowering cactus. And that is a beautiful medley of products. And it has the stamp set, it has dies. Now, I always put a magnetic sheet in my stamp case, but the magnetic sheets at the dollar store are not as strong as they were, and they all fall off, which is really not making me very happy at all. So the dies that go with this cactus set are really nice. There's a cactus, there's this long decorative piece. This is some sort of succulent that we used last week. I'll show you because the die doesn't do it any. So that does this one, and then this one here does that. So yeah, it's a wonderful bundle. And today we are making this card. So in your package, I did something different this time, and you received at least 10 sheets of pattern paper, but they were not pre-cut. So you have to do a little bit of work yourself. Now that's not the end of the world. I have used Memories and More cards. So they come like this, come in a big envelope, and the card itself, now it's stuck in here, is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So this green piece is going to be 6 inches by 4 inches. So we'll trim that up right now. And just move that off to the side. Paper trimmer in. So the paper is already 6 inches, and now we're just going to trim it to 4 inches. And then we need a little piece of this flowering cactus. And I believe I'm going to cut it so that is, well, you know what? No use wasting. It is 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch by 6. And we can measure that this way. And I do find I did not replace my cutting blade. You can see how it gets a little bit raggedy on the edges. Now this piece is going to be 5/8 of an inch. So here we go, 5/8. Hello, Caroline. Hello, Inika. Nice to see you. This medley is beautiful, and I like using it on the bigger cards, which is why I chose these cards. It's also so nice to have cards that are already ready to go. Now, I'm not going to put it on the card yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to assemble our pieces. And if you just kind of run your finger along, those raggedy little bits will come off. A sanding block also works really well for that. But here we go, a little bit of adhesive. And both sides of the paper are really cute. And what I like too is you'll notice the little X's on the paper here. They coordinate with that one die that has the X's going through it. So I'm just going to leave a little piece of the pattern paper off to the left. And now we're going to put this piece beside. And you know what? To me, that looks a little bit too big. I think I miscalculated. It's 3/8 of an inch, not 5/8. So let's trim it down a little bit more. We only want 3/8. It really makes a difference. So that's 3/8 of an inch. There we go. If the strips are too wide, it just doesn't look very pretty. So the good thing about the virtual coffee in a card is that today we have a snowstorm in Chatham, which means that we would not have had coffee in a card if it was in person, because I'm quite certain the buses are not running. In fact, I called the guy that cuts my grass and I asked him to come and clear my driveway for me. I cannot do it with my sore back. So this twine comes in with the pack, and what I want to do, I want to keep clean lines on this card. So I'm going to add some adhesive to the back, just 2 strips on the top and the bottom, and I'm going to wrap this around. So just going to go like this, and I want it in between the 2 pattern paper, and I just press it on the back, see? And now we're going to wrap it around. So in your kit, you received a good length of this twine. I think 3 times around will do. There. And we'll just lay it down. And I know it's a little bit wasteful from the back. My ribbon scissors are nowhere around, so I'm going to use these great big ones. There we go. So now I can put this piece on my card. Okay, we'll put our adhesive on. And the nice thing is that when you have such beautiful paper, and then the cactus pieces that come with it, you can keep your card fairly simple. Hello, Paula Loves Art. I'm so glad that you're here. I was actually hoping, you know, it's a tough gig when you start something new, and it can be a little bit lonely before people start finding you. So it's really nice to have you join me on YouTube. So there we go. And now I was hoping I had these extra pieces, so I'm going to look again because they came. I'm just looking. I have 2 of these cards laying ready, and I don't know if I prepped them for myself or not. I did not. So this die is not in the flower and cactus set, but it is in the Simply Succulents. So this set is really, really lovely. And it comes with, look at these nice dies for your sayings. And I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use this one because it's already cut out. Although I will look and see. And here's, this one is done with a punch. So you always have options for your sayings. I do really love this long one. I'm going to see, I kept a little box of all my little bits and bobs for this class. Last time, if you missed my video last time, I put adhesive sheets on the back of my black cardstock, and that's wonderful for cutting things out. But let me see if I have that extra piece. I do. Oh, I'm so happy. Here we go. So that's great. Now, what are we going to say on it? Happy looks good on you? Well, we'll see. I'm going to use this cactus, and it's going to go up here, and we're going to pop it up with some dimensionals, if I can find them. Yes, here they are. Good. I have to say, I was not in a very good state this morning. Back pain is, I mean, did any of you guys ever have it? I'm sure most people have at one point or another, but when you are in pain, your brain just doesn't seem to work normally. There we go. And we'll add a little bit. It comes with these cute little die cuts too. And since I don't have my glue dots, I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive. There we go. And it's going to go here. And then it also comes with a whole pile of felt flowers. I took them out of the sheets, and that little thumbnail that I used was actually the felt flowers. So you just want to pick one. I want one that isn't too large, and I think I want a purple one. Well, maybe I'll go with a bigger one. There. And then the thing is, the way to put these on, look at, there's a little string hanging out. If any of you guys ever sewed, the worst part is trimming all your little threads off of your work. My mother was very big on that. So we're going to use some liquid adhesive, and I'm going to put it up here. And it's easiest to put the liquid adhesive on your project and then just lay the flower on the adhesive. And while that's drying, isn't that pretty? And see how it ties in with the colors in the paper? Super pretty. Okay. Now I am going to choose this one. You are a rare find, my dear friend. I think the older that you get, the more you realize, oh my goodness, look at my stamp. It's not in here. Oh goodness. Here we go. The more you realize that it's hard to find good friends. And I have to say that in my Stampin' Up! Business, I have found some really amazing people. Oh, Rachel, can you grab me a block, honey? You know what? I found one, I think. And a black ink pad, please. In that black, round wooden tower with the white, right above the drawer is a white stamp pad. No, not in a, here, just a minute, I'm coming. I'm sorry, I can't even use my words. Here we go, I found it. I always write the date on the back. Now this one's kind of old, which means it's not as great. They don't re-ink very well after they get more than a year old, so I do what I call a twist and shout. So I do this, not just a tap tap. And then I have to say I also usually use the Stamparatus, but that's not bad at all, is it? Okay, So we're going to pop that up and put it underneath our cactus. And then we should be good to go. And then I'm going to show you the card that we're going to do next week. And I'm going to have a bonus next week as well. I'm going to show you a few more cards. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I think so too. I think that's really lovely. So the card that we're doing next week, is here. So this is the card for next week, and it uses these little black things are also a die. Yes, I agree, Paula. The adhesive sheets make your life so much easier, especially for these little things. I use the adhesive sheets for that as well. And I'm trying to look. Yes, here's the little die. This could also be a die that you could lose very easily. So be careful. The magnetic sheets inside your stamp case really do work, but yeah, they're not all created the same, and these are not very strong. So it's better than nothing, but not much better. So here are the cards that we've made so far. If you still want a kit, let me know. They're $25. And it's really nice because you don't have to do any of the work. Everything is cut out. And see, I've made a couple of different versions. It looks really nice with the glimmer paper as well. So anyway, guys, I thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sorry it's a short one today, but actually I'm quite happy because standing up and bending over a little bit is a little bit difficult. So stay tuned, and I hope that you clicked on subscribe, and when you click on subscribe, the little bell comes up. Click on that, and then you'll get notified whenever I go live. So thanks again for joining me. I hope that you have a super day. Thank you, Inika. It's better than 2 days ago. It does get better every day, but it's really hard because you have to take the time to heal, and that means slowing down, and you know that's hard for me, but I will do my best. So thanks, guys. And I'm so glad you joined me today. Bye.